Good afternoon, and what is a cold, grey and blustery day. It is Tuesday the 10th of December, and I'm in the reading nook with a nice hot cup of tea and a box to continue unboxing. And what I've got in here is a copy of The Great Pan by Arthur Machen. Now, famed horror and ghost story writer who was a big influence upon H.P. Lovecraft, and I'm sorry to have to say, I confess, let's start with the confession, is that I've never read him. I have actually reviewed the role-playing game The Terror Beneath, which recently came out from Osprey Books, but I haven't actually read any of his horror. Now, this is essentially, of course, my fault, but I don't read a lot of horror fiction. I enjoy role-playing it, and do occasionally read a bit, but it's not my first genre of choice. But I do have this because I wanted to read a little bit more of the source material for The Terror Beneath, and also because it's actually part of my next book club, Grognard Files book club. So, something pushed out from the body there on the floor and stretched forth a slimy, wavering tentacle. Perhaps no figure better embodies the transition from the Gothic tradition to the modern horror than Arthur Machen. In the final decade of the 19th century, the Welsh writer produced a seminal body of tales of occult horror, spiritual and physical corruption, and malignant survivals from the primeval past which horrified and scandalised late Victorian readers. Machen's weird fiction has influenced generations of storytellers from H.P. Lovecraft to Guillermo del Toro, and it remains no less unsettling today. This new collection, which includes the complete novel The Three Impostors, as well as such celebrated tales as The Great God Pan and The White People, constitutes the most comprehensive critical edition of Machen yet to appear. In addition to this core of late Victorian horror classics, a selection of lesser-known prose poems and later tales helps to present a fuller picture of the development of Machen's weird vision. Aaron Worth's introduction and notes contextualise the life and work of this foundational figure in the history of horror. So the edition includes introduction, textual notes, bibliography, chronology, explanatory notes, edited with introduction and notes by Aaron Worth. There we go. I think that's absolutely fantastic additions, and that's the sort of thing I do like in a book like this. I do like to have some kind of discussion of the content, and we open up, and yeah, I think there's a bit of a weird, quite disturbing printing error here. My copy of the book, literally the pages have shifted in the printing process, so they sort of like that. So so that's a little bit unsettling. I have unexpected. Fortunately, it doesn't last, because otherwise it would be quite well, I didn't say doesn't last. Yeah, you've got quite a lengthy introduction with footnotes, which are almost, but not quite, cut off there before it actually does kind of begin to settle down and look like an actual proper novel. So the introduction actually just kind of runs to 30 pages or so on, and you've got notes on the text, select bibliography, chronology, and then The Great God Pan and other horror stories in the collected works. I mean, they've been collected multiple times before. Here we go, starting off with The Great God Pan. But, you know, just being able to walk into a bookshop and grab this off the shelf and start reading. So yeah, you've got, of course, where are I? I've got Red Hand. I just saw it. So yeah, Great God Pan, and then of course The White People essentially is the other story that he's best known for. So you've got, you know, multiple different stories in here, some of which I've never come across, of course, because I've not read him, but I've obviously heard discussions of the great god Pan and the white people as a story. And then the book comes to an end with... I'm just flipping. Okay. Explanatory notes and so on. So they run the rest of the book. And then you've got a selection of sort of like Oxford World's Classics, other authors listed at the back there. So this is so it looks like to be quite a surprisingly or suitably comprehensive collection of the author's works. I look forward to giving that a read over the course of, well, it's going to be my Christmas break in readiness for the next book club. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you did, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you take the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box containing a book or role-playing game or scenario or supplement, in this case a collected anthology of the works of Arthur Machen, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.